What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blueblood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I was asked to do a video on the quote-unquote poor numbers Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder, undefeated Olympic bronze medalist, WBC American Heavyweight Champion, did in his recent fight, November 23rd, against Cuban Southpaw heavyweight contender Luis King Kong Ortiz, as people thought that he did horrible pay-per-view numbers, as some people were reporting. And I tried to inform people that don't believe everything that you hear. And so people still wanted to hear it. Well, now the official numbers have come out. You see, I couldn't talk about the official numbers and what I was told, but now I'm telling you about the official numbers. About 287,000 pay-per-view buys. Close to 300,000, right? And you were hearing that it did 3,700 pay-per-views. It did 37,000 pay-per-views. It did 2,400 pay-per-view buys. Utterly ridiculous, right? So what he did do is close to 300,000 pay-per-view buys, and they expected by the time it maxes out and tops out to be 300 plus, a little over 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Those are good numbers. People expected it to flop. I don't know if it's so much of expecting it to flop or wanting it to flop. So, to your dismay, right? I don't even know what to tell you guys, right? So, here's the thing. Deontay Wilder gets a lot of disdain, a lot of hatred, and people can't explain why. It's unexplained. They want him to fail. They wanted the numbers to flop. You heard guys like Rick Glazer come out and say that the numbers that he's hearing are that it's going to do 138,000 pay-per-view buys. He says it's going to do even lower than he expected, because he expected it to do at least 200,000 pay-per-view buys. 200 to 250,000. He said now it's doing even lower than I expected, 138,000 pay-per-view buys. Originally he said it was 37,000 pay-per-view buys, or 2,400 pay-per-view buys, and people pounced on it, right? But let's see how many people actually pounced on the official numbers, because people were coming out and they were complaining that, oh, why hasn't it been released? Talk about Deontay Wilder doing poor numbers. This is all I heard and read in the comment section. Well, now, those numbers that you thought, you hoped that would have been poor, have just been debunked. The official numbers have come out now. So this is what you was waiting for. So now let's see if those same people that had something to say regarding his low numbers and his poor sales and things of that nature, let's see if they actually come out and say something good about the good numbers, that the official numbers that come out and that are good. Let's see. Let's see if we hear anybody come out that actually had something to say, negative about the pay-per-view and the quote-unquote flop. Let's see if they now come out and say, well, it actually did good. Or are they going to pull one of these numbers and say, well, that's still not good enough, right? Because the barometer is Floyd Mayweather. There's no Floyd Mayweather right now. Everybody wants to compare, it did a 1 million pay-per-view buys. No, that don't exist no more. Floyd Mayweather caught lightning in the bottle. That's what he did, right? With that said, there will never be another Floyd Mayweather. So what we have to do is judge these guys based off of the numbers that they're doing currently, right? We know that Errol Spence's Showtime Sean Porter, which was two higher profile fighters, did 350,000 pay-per-view buys. Now Deontay Wilder comes out, he does 300,000 pay-per-view buys. So it's not an epic fail, right? And guess what? Deontay Wilder, when he faces Tyson Fury in February, that's going to do 700,000 to 1 million pay-per-view buys. You heard it here first, right? And the people are going to come out and they're going to say, no, it's not. No, it won't. Yes, it will. It's gonna do at least 700,000 pay-per-view buys, right? Because they're two higher profile fighting names. Luis Ortiz is not the biggest name in boxing, and Luis Ortiz doesn't speak English. So it's hard to build up the fight. So I saw Rick Glazer say that, yeah, they did their best to promote this fight. I saw it everywhere. Well, it did good numbers, right? He said that Fox took a huge loss. No, they didn't, right? Because he was reporting that it did 138,000 pay-per-view buys. In all actuality, it did almost 200,000 more than what he reported, right? And they expect to do over 300,000 pay-per-view buys. So let's go see. Run tell that. How about that? But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the video. That's all I got for y'all. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, fight with Luis King Kong Ortiz does 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Contrary to popular belief, to what people were reporting and saying, it did 138,000 or less. That's all I got for y'all, man. Peace.